Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first. Niners at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Lance now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield, here's Lance. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive, INT.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new 7 downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, it's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Okay, ready?
Lance now on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
To try again after the sack. Lance dancing to his, and the pressure gets to him again. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Let's go now.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Blue strike. Field black. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert now. They'll get this out to Kamara. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Let's go.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Ball's ready.
The Lance going to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Cortland Sutton, 42 yards. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. They find some open field here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kamara trying again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Alvin Kamara as the first half is winding down, and the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
49ers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man is Palmer. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Burns. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 75 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. On the slant, completes to Sutton. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Niners get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
Well, they've moved up from the 3 to the 2. You would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now an option play on second down. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 28 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And, I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Ready,
So
set.
from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. The Lance now to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Levine, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick taken out beyond it. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Ready up. Red.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Check right. Check right. Ready,
right back to Mitchell on second down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
here we go.
The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the 1. 2nd down and goal. Lance, touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Well, he'll be out of bounds downs right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as well. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll give the Chargers a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The middle they go. Levine. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Lance looking to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's